experience.
What up, 3 times? You already know who it is. It's the one and only homie Chef, aka Wings912 on IG. That's WINGZZ912 on Instagram. You looking at me? We got Almighty Shoe Review. I know, been skipping a few reviews, but now we're starting to heat up because we're going into the summer and May is full of drops. Y'all know how it goes. We still waiting on shoes from April, but nevertheless, happy to be here. I'm glad y'all are here. If it's your first time, be sure to go ahead and subscribe, lock into the channel, hit the notification bell so you can stay tuned and tap into the content while you're here. Give me a like to keep me in the algorithm, and if you feel compelled, you got something to say, make a comment because I'm listening. Shout out to the Breakfast Club, the Goonies, the Squads, the homies. Yeah, it's been, hit or miss, you know what I'm saying? Kind of slowed down towards the end of April, but starting to heat back up for May. And we are truly dialed in and tapped in, and I have so much for y'all coming, more than you know. So please stay locked in. Today's review is a different one. Women's shoe, and the first holiday of May is Mother's Day, and a lot of people love to show appreciation and support of their moms because, we wouldn't be here without our moms, you know what I mean? And Jordan Brand got involved, and this shoe has been talked about for a while, since the end of 2024. And now that we are here in 2025, the shoe is here as well. So never mind the small talk. You know how we rock. First thing we do is we start with the box. And yeah, it's different. Yeah, you see what time it is. And the colors read white, aluminum, blue tint. And I present the women's Air Jordan 4 aluminum, aka Forget Me Nots. Yeah. These are different. And now that we got them in hand, let's get into them.
Experience.
Women's Air Jordan 4 Retro Forget Me Not celebrates Mother's Day with a soft white and aluminum blue palette inspired by the flower of remembrance. Floral lace charms and custom packaging honor those who shaped us with love and strength, a timeless tribute to every step taken. The all-white leather upper is accented with contrasting pops of powder blue. They land on a quarter panel collar lining TPU support wing and molded back tab, featuring an embossed Jumpman logo. A second Jumpman icon appears on the woven tongue tag. It has the white, lightweight polyurethane midsole with the exposed aerosol unit in the heel. Alright, so boom. We got these in hand. A lot of places are calling these the Women Air Jordan 4 aluminums. But of course, they have a name for them, and they're called Forget Me Nots. And these were released for Mother's Day weekend. Everybody knows Mother's Day is coming May the 11th, and it is very, very important. You got to show mom some love. And this color of the shoe is basically for the flower that is based off of for remembrance or in remembrance of somebody, you know what I'm saying? And that is definitely a dope little concept. I can't lie, I really like a lot about this shoe. So let's go ahead and get into the pros and the cons. So boom, the Forget Me Nots are a celebration of Mother's Day, and Mother's Day this year is on May the 11th. So please don't forget, stay tuned and stay tapped in, stay dialed in, start getting them gifts. You got about a week left. But yeah, definitely a dope shoe. The color contrast, this blue or the aluminum, is to go along with a flower that they use for in remembrance of. And so this was just a nice sentiment to put on this particular shoe. And then not only that, but this color is definitely a summer color. So let's go ahead. We already talked about the politics of it. So let's get to the pros and the cons, you know what I'm saying? The leather is good, nice soft leather, nothing to go crazy over, you know what I'm saying? Definitely will crease up, I won't lie. It's a nice little soft, supple leather. It feels good to touch, I can't hate. I love the way they accented the blue with the wings and the laces, and of course you got the nice embroidered flowers that go on the tongue. I thought this was one piece, but they actually separate, and you can actually use each individual one, and you know what I mean, have your own individual design with them. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of fly. I'm glad it wasn't just one big long lace lock type piece, you know. And plus, it's pretty different for a Jordan 4. You know what I mean? Something different, but I like it. And you know, no Nike Air on the back, but I do like the accent of how they altered the color of the Air unit, you know what I mean, to match the white. That's kind of fire. The midsole is on point. You know, they didn't go all the way blue. They hit you with a different couple blues, you know what I mean, almost like monochromatic, along with the white on the heel. Like, that's pretty dope. And no sale. I'm glad they went with white, but no sale, you know what I'm saying? This shoe had a lot of buzz up until this point, and then once it dropped, you know, I don't want to say it kind of fell off, but some of the hype died down a bit, and I think that's just because of the white Sigma 4s that released later on this month. But this isn't a bad shoe at all. I'm not mad at this. This is definitely a good spring summer shoe, and then not only that, but a nice shoe for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can rock these socks, no show. Y'all can show highs. You know what I'm saying? And y'all can flip this with a lot of different things in your wardrobe. You know. But yeah, this is definitely a good one, and I do like this for Mother's Day. I almost thought about getting them for my mom, but my mom is strictly on this black and red thing right now because she's a Jalen Hurts fan, and she has the Love Hurts hoodie. So needless to say, I'm on the search for black and red, not these guys. But I'm not too mad at these. I'm not mad at these at all. These are definitely ones for sentimental value, and I hope a good bit of people have either gotten them for themselves, as far as the ladies go, or you know, you celebrating, whether it's your mom, your wife, who is the mother of your children, so on and so forth. But this is definitely a good way to celebrate the ladies, and I'm definitely not mad at it at all. You know, I'm assuming when it comes to this fit for these ladies, it's going to be true to size. Stick to the size that you wear. If you've ever worn a Jordan 4, you know, just stick to that size. There's nothing too different in these, you know. Nothing crazy. When it comes to resale, last that I checked, these were hovering very close, very, very close to retail, which is a good thing, you know. Certain sizes were fluctuating up and down. The larger sizes were still sitting, and that was kind of funny to me. But I saw a women's 12, which is a men's 10.5, which is usually the first to go. That was still sitting on sneakers, and that was well into the evening, you know what I mean, about 4 or 5 o'clock. So I don't know, that's different, you know what I mean? But nevertheless, like I said, these had a lot of buzz when people first got those leaks out, but as time went on, these died down, and you know, they're available. So if you're interested in something to get for your mother, your wife, and they're into sneakers, or they might appreciate sneakers, this is a very good gift. So shout out to Nike Jumpman for the execution of this shoe. Very, very clean. QC was not bad at all. I don't see any issues at all, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like with this shoe, the more that they wear it and the way that this leather is looking, it's going to be a good shoe, and it'll tell a story, you know what I'm saying? Especially with how you wear it and everything. And then, like I said, with the flowers, you can do different things with the flowers and put them in different positions on the laces, and get a little stylish and creative with it, man. So, yeah, this is definitely not a bad one. I kind of rock with this one a little bit, you know? But never mind all the small talk. I'll give y'all one more look at these before I bring the chefs out. Oof. Mm-hmm. The heels. Underneath one time. All right. Now, when it comes to the women's Jordan 4 Forget-Me-Nots, aka aluminums, I'll give these an 8. It's not an everyday, all year round shoe, but nevertheless, importance of it with the sentiment is not bad at all, and I'm not mad at them at all. They look good. They look very good, and I feel like as time goes on, these might do better, especially with this aluminum being so close to UNC blue. See a lot of people ditching the flowers, and you know what I mean, rocking these heavy, man. But never mind how I feel. Get in the comments. Let me know how you feel. Did I get it right? Wrong? you still feel in between, let me know, man. But as always, appreciate y'all tapping in, showing love, coming to support. Got some episodes for you, you know what I mean? Got a big Supreme haul. Want to talk about that, plus a couple of things of who I've been seeing Supreme do collabs with. And there's a little issue about that, but we'll get into that. We're going to talk about that. Yes, I did not do 11 retro low breads. I'm sorry. I have the OGs. I just don't like that shoe at all. I have the high tops, so you will not see that. So please don't ask. Thank you in advance. And yeah, I'm still waiting on my Action Bronzes. They're on the way. And we got something else in the tuck too. So please stay tuned and stay tapped in. As always, spread love, positivity amongst your family and friends. We're almost halfway through the year. It's been crazy. The only way we get through it is together, you know what I mean? So be positive and spread love amongst the family and friends. You already know how I feel. You know how it goes. Stay hydrated, especially because it's coming up to the summer. Stay focused. Stay hustling, stacking that bread, you know what I mean? Stay low, and more importantly, stay out the way. Mind the business that pays you. It's the only thing I do, you know what I mean? It seems to work out fine. And by any means, keep them sneakers clean, man. You already know the motto. Before you go pay resale, come here and get the details. And if we catch you out there lacking, understand that we snatching. May is crazy. UNC 1s, white cement 4s. That's just 2. So, you know what to do. Don't get caught lacking. Because, yeah, we try and get as many pairs as possible, and we can flip some dirty kicks. Be easy out there. Whoa!